Hi everyone. So this course on energy and climate crisis, the path to net zero emissions. Basically, it's a course which provides a clear and structured understanding of one of the most important issue which is shaping today's policy, economic and technology decisions, which is climate change. We all know that what climate change is doing to the humanity today. So we begin the course by setting up a scientific and historic foundations. You will learn how our understanding of climate change has evolved, the role of radiative forcing, the land-sea dynamics, and how CO2 remains the primary focus among all the greenhouse gases which we talk about. We will also cover how climate projections are built and why probability based scenario are the central of climate modeling, like why there is always a probabilistic model which kind of works around that. After building the scientific base, we will examine the climate change as a global common problem. It's a problem which is very essential in the current political domain. This includes politics of historical responsibilities, differentiated impacts, and how nations frame their obligations and priorities, and how economics is playing a role in all that. The course then will move on to setting up the energy climate nexus, because energy is the prime reason by which the climate changes has happened. So we will use KANPUR-NPTEL as a tool to link population, economic growth, energy intensity and carbon intensity, all these four aspects. We will also examine how the historical and current energy mix is there in the world today and how it is expected to move both for India and the world. We will try to look at that. We will also have a dedicated module, then move on to energy efficiency and demand side management. We will go into debate around the peak energy demand, the barriers, economic barriers, behavioral barriers, political barriers in adopting energy efficiency measures. We will then look at ongoing discussion between efficiency versus sufficiency, the broader debates such as green growth versus degrowth. We will look into all these aspects in some detail so that we can understand that how all of these play a role in this transition. We will then analyze emission sector by sector: power, industry, transport, building, agriculture. We will use some data to set up the context. So data is not the primary thing here, but they will be used to set up the context. And we will use tools like LCA, life cycle assessment, for estimating the carbon footprints of various things. Then we will move on to the decarbonization technology like solar, wind, storage, hydrogen, nuclear, carbon sequestration. We will talk about that what are the current status of technology, what is the current cost, what is the potential, what is limitations of each of these technology, along with the talking about the tools like marginal abatement cost for selecting appropriate strategies and technologies. Then we will move on to the whole aspect of finance and politics. So to begin with, on that end, we will then talk about that how the global finance architecture, carbon pricing mechanism and case studies. Based on these case studies, we will try to see that how are these things shaping up, that how these transitions are taking place, how the mitigation and adaptation is being balanced or not being balanced. We will look into this. We will then move on to the political side, where we will look into fossil fuel geopolitics. We will look into critical mineral supply chain issues. We will look at the role of major players like China, US, Russia, EU, how are they playing a role in the whole thing. Finally, we will move to governance side. We will cover then UNFCCC structure, COP negotiations, historical agreements and ongoing conflicts, national pledge and all those things. Then overall, this course will provide students with or the participants with a very comprehensive and analytical understanding of climate change, its scientific basis, political dynamics and policy responses, and it can help people to understand that what has happened historically, how things are expected to move, and what are the challenges and barriers in the whole scenario. So this is not a very tech deep course, but it will give you a very good understanding of what is happening in current context and where the focus can be established by world leading countries or by in your own domain of working on handling an overall this issue. So we look forward to your participation in this course, and we will be working with you in teaching this course. So what we will do in this course also is that while there will be recorded lectures, we will make sure to have maybe one interaction every couple of weeks or something like that, so that we can take also your concerns or any discussions that you want to have in an online class mode also. So look forward to seeing you all in the class. Thank you.